Welcome to MMA Daily, Episode 4, I Will Humble You. Anthony Pettis announced on Tuesday that he had parted ways with UFC and was going to test free agency. Ariel Helwani posted on Twitter the following: Anthony Pettis has agreed to a new deal with PFL. Per multiple sources, the former UFC and WEC lightweight champion will be part of the promotion's 2021 season and will compete in the lightweight division. Conor McGregor said the following on Twitter: Congrats to the UFC on a well-fought 2020, the only sporting company on the planet to come through the entire year. Incredible. I am honored to secure the highest pay-per-view of the year with McGregor vs. Cerrone. Congrats, Donald, and also on the double submission win last night. Former UFC lightweight champion Rafael dos Anjos did not appreciate a recent comment from the Irishman, Conor McGregor. RDA posted the following: Shut the fuck up, Conor. Double win submission? It started with the armbar on. It was fun and friendly match. I make a living with MMA and you saw what happened twice when me and Donald fought MMA. Former UFC welterweight Ben Askren posted a video to his social media explaining why he's going to fight the YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul.
Yes, Mr. Jake Paul, I do accept. I know you called me out after your last fight against that bum Nate Robinson. And listen, it's a pretty simple choice. I'm going to make a whole bunch of money to beat up a guy who is pretending to be an athlete. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. And I know you may think I do not have too many stand-up skills, but also at the end of the day, I don't really need to. Okay? I'm a world-class athlete. I've won NCAA titles. I've been in the Olympics. I won belts in multiple mixed martial arts organizations. And quite frankly, I am impressed that you've deluded yourself into thinking you are actually a fighter, that you are really tough, that you can really box. It's quite impressive that beating up another YouTuber and beating up a boxer who looked like he'd never been in the ring before makes you somehow good at boxing. Because it doesn't. So yes, Jake, I accept. I will see you March 28th in Los Angeles, and I will humble you like millions of people want to see happen.
According to BetOnline, Ben Askren is the underdog in this showdown against Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a minus 180, and Ben Askren is a plus 150. Ben Askren saw this and tweeted the following: Bet the house. An exciting lightweight bout between Michael Chandler and Dan Hooker is the latest addition to January's UFC 257 pay-per-view. Chandler vs. Hooker has been verbally agreed to for UFC 257 by both parties. Both men have begun their training camps already, according to reporter Jackson Thomas. The UFC is expected to make this fight official in the next couple of days and will likely be the co-main event behind Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier. Michael Bisping gives an update on the Jake Paul boxing fight.
Can we get an update? Whatever happened with the Jake Paul possibility of a boxing match? Because I feel like he's just trolling. He posted that shit on Twitter, but it doesn't seem like this would be a smart fight for him to take. It doesn't seem like it's something that he really wants. There's not much upside. Like, I understand his brother's fighting Mayweather, but it's like, that is like the most famous boxer in the world. There's no chance in the world he's going to win, but it's like, it's a $50 million fucking huge event. I just don't see there being much upside to getting his fucking ass beat by you.
Yeah, well, obviously he feels he can beat me, doesn't he? So yeah, and he wants to build his name. One would assume. And listen, I don't need to fight Jake Paul, and I'm not necessarily looking for it. But if he actually came, and by all accounts he did, he came with an offer. But if that is, it turns out to be serious and it could actually be become a reality, if I can get licensed, obviously I have vision problems and whatnot. If we can find a way around that, we can do it in an exhibition style or whatever, then yeah, I mean, come on, I'm not going to leave that money on the table, see what we were just talking about. I'd be a fool. Some people might say you're a fool for risking your health. I'd say, no, trust me. I won the world title with one eye. I beat Anderson Silva with one eye. I fought from roughly 2013 until I retired with one fucking fucking eye. Pretty sure I can beat Jake Paul with one eye and one hand behind my back.
Yeah. Well, has there been any update? We do have Darren Till chiming in just here in a second. He just came on. But is there any update at all? Has there been any movement?
No, but I do need to clarify something because Audiotar did text me because I said mistakenly, he's like, bro, what the fuck? Because he represents Dillon Danis as well. And apparently I must have said last week that Dillon Danis didn't want the fight. And he's like, Dillon Danis does want the fight, but he can't fight until June. So apologies, Dillon.
Jake Paul took to his social media with a video that featured impersonations of UFC stars Nick and Nate Diaz, Bellator star Dillon Danis, former two-division UFC champion Conor McGregor, UFC president Dana White, former UFC middleweight champion Michael Bisping, and former ONE and Bellator welterweight champion Ben Askren.
Little blind bitch. I just Stockholm stretched the shit out of him. Little punk.
Bro, he FaceTimed my girl. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to fight him because I'm only good at jujitsu and shit. Like, I'm blaming my knee injury because I'm fucking...
Dillon Danis, is that you?
Oh, you want a picture?
Michael Bisping here and Jake Paul. I'm watching you, you cunt.
You guys want a picture?
Well, what do you think of Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor?
No, I think he should fight Amanda Nunes. I mean, I have a small penis and I suck Conor McGregor's dick all day long.
Oh, Conor! Who the fuck is that guy? I wipe my ass with 50 million, Dana. Fool!
Ben Askren, is it true that you play Napoleon in Napoleon Dynamite?
Yes. I'm focused more on my gambling addiction right now versus the Jake Paul fight. Let's talk about Trump.
I'm getting out of the fight business, so I'm telling you, the whiskey is where it's at. Fuck this little blonde kid.
You got knocked out in 5 seconds by Jorge Masvidal. Do you last longer in a fight or longer in bed?
In bed.
He called my wife a four, but he can hold all 4 of my nutsacks.